Today we kick off our Devils and Dicks triple feature with William Peter Blatty's Pazuzu Possessed Police Procedural. The murders are a mystery, the local priests are history, and George C. Scott needs to cool it with all the screaming as we gumshoe our way through Washington, D.C. to meet the ritualistic Gemini Killer in The Exorcist III. You're listening to How I Met Your Monster, a podcast that explores the introductions to your favorite movie monsters. My name's Zach.
I'm Danny.
And I'm Casey.
And together we dive into the world of horror to find out how filmmakers have introduced us to our favorite monsters time and time again. This is How I Met Your Monster. Welcome to How I Met Your Monster, the show where we discuss the introductions to your favorite movie monsters.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do?
Yeah, we do. It's time for a new triple feature, Devils and Dicks.
My two favorite things. Satan
Not
and
to be
sacks.
confused.
Oh,
I wish it was Jesus.
You like the
and
sack
Dicks.
part?
no. Well, but we don't need to get into that right
You
now.
like the sack part the best?
You're a sack man.
I only like one sack.
There's
Just
like
the one.
Just the one.
There's like when you're like it's like a heist movie and there's like the bag man. It's like the sack man.
What does he do? He just fondles balls just to, build morale, I guess.
Yeah.
Get
Get
No,
everybody.
he fondles the sack man fondles balls to like distract all the people in the bank while the other people go get the money.
You have no idea what's going on. I'm fondling your
Yeah.
sack.
No one will ever see you rob a bank if you have someone else fondle someone else's balls. It's just a fact. It's science.
No, guys, Devils and Dicks. We're talking about devils and cops, like detective sticks.
Yeah.
Because this triple feature is all about detectives and some kind of like religious mystery going
Yeah.
on.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I want to say, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
But today we're talking about The Exorcist III, also known as The Legion.
Mhm.
Following a long tradition on our show of doing the sequel first.
Before the original. Yeah.
Following the long legacy of movies like House 2, The Second Story.
But before we get into any of this Exorcist III craziness, if you're not following How I Met Your Monster on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts, go ahead and give us a follow. And also patreon.com/How I Met Your Monster, only $3 a month. And you get access to our first 50 episodes and all of our monthly commentary episodes.
Oh
We do
my
them
God.
every month.
$3 for that? All that?
$3. Yep.
Oh my God.
This month's commentary, Scream.
We have a special guest.
With a special guest, Scream fanatic.
Are we hiding it? Oh, I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't want to say it. Let's Zach says it.
No. LaRon Chapman came back to talk about
Yes.
Scream.
And Zach wouldn't shut up.
And I wouldn't shut up.
I wouldn't even be there. So.
So check it out on our Patreon, patreon.com/How I Met Your Monster. $3 a month gets you some cool stuff.
People always say things like, it's the cost of a cup of coffee, but these days it's cheaper than a cup of coffee.
It's half the price
Yeah.
of a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
our energy in that episode, that commentary alone for Scream will give you just as much energy, if not more, than a cup of coffee.
Absolutely. Yeah, you'll be so jazzed up for Scream 7. Man.
I'm jizzed up for Scream 7. That's how excited I am.
So you're the sack man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what they call me. That's also what they call
Okay.
Jason in Friday the 13th Part 2.
Oh, yeah. Sack
Is he
man.
wearing
what
the
the-
potato sack?
Yeah, that's what the heist guy does. He wears he dresses up as Jason from Part 2 and fondles the balls as they continue the heist. Okay, we're done. Guys,
What if
we're not here
Jason's-
for that.
What if no, we're not done. What if Jason's sack head in part 2 was like wrinkly and had like hairs on it? And it was all like,
Oh,
like a ball sack.
No. He doesn't even trim the mask. Oh, God.
I imagine that
A
it's
little
hard. I don't
maintenance.
have balls, but
All right, we'll say it here, folks. Trimming your balls is maybe the easiest thing to do on this. No, I'm just kidding.
I was going to say, is it? They're so
Quite
squishy. and weird.
arguably one of the most difficult things.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about Exorcist III. Guys, there was a bombshell. Okay, I watched this movie twice.
Oh.
Like in a row?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh.
There's 2 versions of this movie.
Wait, you saw I didn't know the other one was around.
I watched the theatrical cut on Amazon, right? And then on Tubi, they have the one that's called Exorcist III Legion. And it's like a completely different movie.
Well, I had heard that that's like the preferred version, but I was under the impression it wasn't available.
Well, so it's
That's
not
crazy.
available in like a full intact. So what I'm getting at is that all the scenes that are different are like copied from like an old VHS copy. I guess like the original footage was either like destroyed or lost or something. And so when William Peter Blatty put together this original like director's cut, he had to use footage from like that's like not good footage. And so they put it together. You can watch it, but it's like, you know, you'll be watching like mastered, really nice footage, and then it cuts to like VHS kind of stuff, and then it goes back to the other. So
that's really interesting. I knew there was some heat on set with because William Peter Blatty, who wrote The Exorcist and the sequel Legion, which this movie's based on. He directed the movie, so you would think he would have some pull. But yeah, there was a lot of contention, or to borrow a phrase from the modern zeitgeist, some heated rivalry.
yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't right. Just heated. It was heated.
Yeah.
To half borrow. That they wanted it to be more of a what it is in the current theatrical release, and he wanted it to be more closer to the book, which didn't. As far as I am aware, I've read the first Exorcist book, but not Legion. That there isn't either not an emphasis or just no exorcisms in general in the book.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into it as we go through. I'm going to tell you like the things that are different, but just in general, Father Mourning from the theatrical cut with like the priest and the whole thing, he's just gone.
Which makes sense because he just shows up kind of in the movie.
Yeah. His character is not in the movie, and there's no big exorcism set piece at the end.
Yeah,
but we'll talk about it when we go through.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. It does feel off. Like there's almost, aside from the title and like the origins, I guess, there's no real precedent in terms of the narrative.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited to get into it.
There was things about it that I liked and things that I didn't like. And when I say I watched it 2 times in a row, when I watched it the second time, I fast forwarded it until I saw
through
clips
the parts that you'd already seen.
And then I watched it. Well, yeah. And I did it like, you know how you can see like the preview as you're scrubbing through. And so it went like 10 seconds at a time. So whenever I noticed something was different, I watched it. But all the other pieces were the same. So, but we'll talk about it. But first, have you guys seen this movie before watching it for this episode?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't have like an interesting story, but I do remember when I watched it. Oh, I do know. It was a few years ago. I was binging all the Exorcist movies and had only seen the first and then the prequel from like 2003.
Okay. Yeah.
I know we're not here to criticize, but I think this is a pretty common takeaway. I thought the sequel was just insanely silly. So then
I think that's like a general thing that people are like, actually. How did this happen?
It's so like, it is, I would argue, maybe so bad it's funny to watch. So maybe watch it, or at least watch like clips on YouTube. You liked it?
I did. I'm not a huge fan of the original.
I'm here
Exorcist,
to support you.
So.
But,
yeah. This is it like, I like this one so much more than the first one.
Yeah, this one's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think the first one's my favorite. What is it about the second one that does it for you? Is it the tone or?
Never mind. I was talking about the one that came out in 2023.
Oh, which I actually haven't seen.
Oh, Danny's referring to.
I thought you just said that you saw it.
Well, he kind of, I see where you got confused. He said that he saw the original one and then one that was made, you said in like 20.
Oh yeah, the prequel.
Something 2020 something.
The beginning
or whatever. Then he jumped and he said the sequel is no good, whatever. And so I see where you kind of confused, but he's talking about Exorcist II Heretic.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
With Linda Blair, which came out, I don't know. You
should watch some like YouTube clips. There's some scenes that are just like, what are we watching, guys? What is this? It's so stupid.
Yeah.
But I was pleasantly surprised when I then put on this one and was like, oh, because everything I loved about it is actually very on brand with the theme of our triple feature, was the whole procedural element, which you get a little bit of in the first movie with the same character. So I don't know if this was, we didn't talk about this yet, but Kinderman, played by George C. Scott, his character's in both novels and in the original movie. Just he's obviously not the emphasis.
And Father Dyer also.
Oh, is he?
Is in the original one. Yeah. At least at the end, I think.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. I guess I just didn't know the name because they end with, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the original Exorcist, Reagan and her mom go to the car and the priest kind of like sees them off. So, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's Father Dyer in that one. But
I watched this at Brooks last night and she was like, editing our Godsmack video for the first half.
That's so funny.
The first half of the movie. So then she came down and sat down and she was like playing her Switch while like finishing this movie. And then at the end she was like, what a boring movie. And I was like, excuse me?
You didn't pay attention to it at all. And then you just say, what a boring movie.
I was like, no, I don't think so.
Well, it's funny because I saw this when I was a kid and I remember not liking it because I was bored.
There's a lot of dialogue.
Because there's those huge monologues. But
it's so good.
Watching it now, it's incredible. And you said you like this better than the original. And I was thinking that last night. I was like, I think I like this better. But then I was like thinking about like moments from the original and I'm like, oh, it's tough. So it's really tough.
The original one, I like this a lot more than the original one, but the original one I have a more like, I remember the first time I watched the original one. Now, this one I didn't see until the last few years either. But the original one I remember, I was at Stacy's house and this is like such a weird memory to have, but we were like getting ready to watch it, and we were like 11 or 12 years old. And she lived, this was, very early 2000s, maybe 2000, 2001. And she lived down the street from this like garage that had a soda machine outside of it. So we took the 4-wheeler down to the soda machine to get sodas before the movie because we lived in the middle of nowhere, and so, I don't know. So I just remember that. Yeah. And then I remember watching it and being very like freaked out at that age. You know what I mean?
And then core memory right there.
Yeah. And then as I watched it when I got older, I was like, it's fine. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, I love the original. I mean, there's just something about this one that is.
This one feels, it's interesting to say because this probably won't make sense, but this one feels heavier to me. The tones of it feel much more dreadful, I guess.
Well, you don't really get a lot of time. The whole like structure of the original is look at this family unit that's already kind of broken, get fully destroyed.
Yeah.
And how does it survive that? Whereas this one is like, it's funny. Like, I feel like I should like this one more. It's not that I don't like it. I just love, The Exorcist is one of my favorite movies of all time. There's just something about it. There's something about the tone. There's something about, Ellen Burstyn in that movie is, I know everyone loves Linda Blair as they should. She's incredible, but Ellen Burstyn is just on another level.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I love the police procedural parts of this movie. I love a movie where you have to solve a mystery and you don't really get that in the first one. You're just watching a guy, Kinderman, fumble a mystery because we know what he doesn't know, which is fun. But yeah, this one, I don't know what point I was trying to make, but I think they're really good as I know this franchise is sweeping and there's a lot of, I mean, we already are tripped up on like which movie is which, because there's 1, 2, 3, the prequel, the other prequel that they canned, then re-released. Then there's the David Gordon Green, the TV series, and then there's the new Mike Flanagan one coming out. And I'm sure I missed something. If you just pair Exorcist with this, then you have like a nice little, not franchise, but I don't know. What do you call a 2-part series?
You have a nice complete story.
Duology? There you go. That's better.
You have a beginning and an end.
Yeah.
Even this movie standing alone would be, do you know what I mean? If the first Exorcist really never
it's very
even
clear.
existed.
Yeah. And I think what helps is the whole Gemini Killer element is having that as like this through line.
Yeah. And so in the director's cut, it doesn't change between Father Karras and the Gemini Killer. It's just all Brad Dourif.
Oh.
There's no, like, he plays like Father Karras. Because there's a scene with that scene in the diner where he is, after they go see It's a Wonderful Life, and Kinderman and Dyer are sitting in the booth and they're talking. There's an extended scene, like that's extended in the director's cut, where they look at a picture on the wall of a bunch of priests, and the priest in the picture is Brad Dourif. And they're like, oh, I can't believe it's been 15 years. And they're like, yeah, I miss him too. So like you're led to believe that like that's just him. Right?
Oh, that's interesting.
And it opens. So did your cut, the movie you watched, did it open with just like guys rowing down the river?
Yeah.
In the director's cut, it opens with Father Karras the night of when he died down the stairs. And he's laying on the table in like the morgue or whatever. And the doctors are like confirming him dead. And it doesn't look like Jason Miller. It looks like Brad Dourif. Right. And I'm like, that's kind of strange. But then like Kinderman comes up and like lays his hand on his chest to basically say like goodbye. And then.
Yeah, I don't think the Brad Dourif, that makes less sense, just because then you think that they changed the person who was playing that character. Do you know what I mean?
It's exactly. Yeah. It's interesting because it's, on one hand, I appreciate them trying to treat the audience as like intelligent,
smart. Yeah.
But I think it's too much. Yeah. You know, like you have to give us something, because Casey, that's a great point.
So I guess what happened, and this is according to interview with Brad Dourif, they wanted to get Jason Miller, who plays Father Karras in the original movie. According to Brad Dourif, he was alcoholic. And so they're like, I don't think he can do the scenes. And so they shot everything with Brad Dourif. Then the producers were like, hey, we're getting Jason Miller for this, something to do with marketing or advertising or something. So they said, hey, we're basically cutting you out of the movie and we're redoing stuff with Jason Miller.
Wow.
Then he couldn't do it. Like his memory was no good. Like he couldn't say the lines. He couldn't say like the long monologues. So then William Peter Blatty called Brad Dourif back and he was like, hey, we want you to come back and reshoot some scenes. And so then they kind of blended the two together. Because
it ended up perfect, I think.
Yeah, I actually like Jason Miller's performance, but I don't want it to be Brad Dourif is incredible too. It's tough.
Yeah.
But I agree. I actually think I don't mind it as it is. Like the stitching. I get it, like just from a visual, and
it's kind of cool. It's cool how it cuts back and forth, which I do.
Do you have a preference after seeing both of them?
I love the cutting back and forth. It's confusing to me when they replace an actor.
Yeah.
And you're just supposed to believe that it's that character.
Yeah.
Especially something like that with like a really well-known character, like in The Exorcist, right? So then it throws me off. So I love the cutting back and forth, but I do love the ending of the director's cut better without the exorcism.
I'm excited to hear about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this movie, it's interesting. It's coming off of the heels of, when you think of it like following up The Exorcist and Exorcist, the Heretic, which was like such a dip in quality. You could tell, or at least the impression I got from it was that they were like, hey, you know, The Exorcist is a very highly respected book. It's an Oscar-winning movie. Like, let's bring it back to that level of filmmaking. There are some moments where I could almost see them tripping up over that pressure a little bit. Some of the movie can feel very serious, and they're going for that very grounded, like tonally, like they want that very lived in relationship building, character building thing, but they're also covering a lot of like really dark shit right out of the gate. So I think tonally it kind of can be a little, a bit of a challenge, but it's great. It's just that plus, you know, the studio interference, and you have William Peter Blatty obviously has a different understanding and connection to the source material. So it makes sense, sadly, you know, that like what we're talking about is a thing. But yeah, I think ultimately it ends up being successful, but yeah.
So he must have like, you know, he shot it this way. And then like you said, the studio interference, they must have been like, we need an exorcism in this movie because of what it, you know.
What a bummer.
And I don't like, everyone says like the ending, like the big set piece in the cell with all like that it's like silly. Like it's like I guess George C. Scott, when they were filming it, I guess he said like, if Madonna doesn't pop up out of here, like, what are we doing? Because it's just so like over the top and MTV stuff. And, but I don't mind it. I thought it was kind of cool.
I agree. I don't think it's bad. It's just the thing that throws me. And maybe does Father Morning, does he show up earlier in the movie, or did I erase him, or does he just show up kind of like toward that part?
No, he shows up. There's multiple scenes with him throughout the movie.
Maybe I was confusing him with someone else, because when he shows up, my brain kind of broke a little bit.
I think it's like the halfway point, because they like, Kinderman is talking to a priest, and they mention Father Morning. And then a little bit later, you see him in his room, and there's like the thing with the bird, right?
Oh, that's right.
You got the bird in the box, and then it dies, and then the crucifix falls off the wall. And then there's another scene where you see him do something. I don't know, there's like 3 or 4 scenes with him, and then the finale.
Okay. Something about it just felt rushed, but it was also like wasn't bad. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I don't mind it. I see why he would have not wanted that in there.
It's like you're at a dance party, and there's like a clear theme, you know, and you're like jamming to it. And then at the very end, the DJ closes it with like a really good song, but it's so tonally different that you're like, I'm not mad about it, but what are we doing? Like, how is that how we're ending this rave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
just a little jarring.
It's just a wonderful metaphor.
That's the classic rave metaphor.
It can be used in so many scenarios.
It's like you're at a rave that's playing all Marilyn Manson, and then they end with a Monroe. And it's like, okay, I get it. Someone had an idea, and it just doesn't work. It works on such a granular thematic level, and it's not great in execution.
Yeah.
I do love the gore though, and I know we'll get to it. We're kind of jumping. We're doing the
like in
broad strokes, but
in the finale.
Yeah. Hellraiser vibes.
Yeah. Okay, but let's get into it. Let's go to Georgetown. Get on a little rowboat. Not a rowboat. What are those things called?
They're rowing.
It's a
because
rowboat.
they're rowing.
It's not like a row your boat gently down the stream kind of rowboat, but it's like a rowboat.
That is, if you listen closely, that is what they're singing. It's like under their breaths, but they're too embarrassed to.
Well, they were like,
the camera's rolling.
When they start, like, you see them like running down the street with like their boat, and they're like, hep, 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 hep. It's like, what?
Was that just all to set the like the tone of like, this is a preppy, like?
I think so.
Okay.
Just to like,
I didn't need it.
And there was like like at first, like the helicopters come in like over the lake.
You get a lot of cutaways. I was a little confused.
Like, what is happening
what
here?
was that? Apocalypse Now?
Yeah,
I've seen
right?
exactly. Like I've seen this movie, but you get like 7 opening scenes in this movie, and none of them have anything to do with the movie.
But okay, yeah. Let's go to Georgetown. Let's go to the staircase. Do
you think that's why George C. Scott took the role?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Hey, it's my town,
Baby.
He's so good. I
will say before we get into it, I just want to say, because they did recast the role of Kinderman from the first one.
Yeah.
And I read the first book in college, so it's been a while. So I might be conflating the characters, but I remember, at least in the movie, Kinderman is a much softer spoken, kind of goes against the obvious idea of what you think of as a detective in his scenario.
In the original, in the Exorcist one. Yeah.
I love that they kept the idea that he's like a cinephile, and he is like kind of a softie.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a little jarring to go from that to George C. Scott. However, I get it. Like 15 years have passed. He's a little bit more grisly. Maybe
his best friend is dead.
Yeah, exactly. Like maybe like the fact that he's like, oh shit, like demons exist. Like,
yeah, go to therapy though, my guy.
Yeah. He's pretty intense.
But I loved him and Father Dyer's like back and forth, like their chemistry was so good.
Yeah.
It was just like, it was like a comedy bit, you know, like they were like a duo, a comedy duo, because they would just like one after the other, like their responses are just so witty, and it was just a lot of fun.
It's so charming sometimes, almost to a fault. I don't mean that. It's like bad, but it's like, it's almost so, and this is like has to do with a lot of the tone and the dialogue in this movie. And I'm not even trying to criticize it. It just stood out. I'm like, I see what we're going for. Dial it back. I get it.
Yeah, it's like, there's no way you guys could keep this going.
You're all so snappy.
It's like the Gilmore Girls.
Yeah. It's the Gilmore Girls of the Exorcist franchise. It's not bad. It's just different. That's funny. Yeah.
Oh, guys, guess what?
What?
For those of you not watching on YouTube,
what are you doing
I'm dressed like a priest. Look
Zach
at that.
just took all his clothes off.
I got the black here. I'll button it
I'm
up like that.
dressed like a demon.
Yeah, and Danny's dressed like
I have Sauron on my shirt.
And Danny's dressed like Kinderman's wife.
That's what I was going for.
Who is that, Casey?
Sauron.
Oh, that's funny, because I was thinking when I said this movie has like 7 different openings, I was going to make a dumb joke about it's like reverse Return of the King.
Return of the King. Yeah. Don't you dare say anything bad about the best movie ever made.
It is pretty great.
Which one's the best movie ever made?
Return of the King.
Oh, you said Return of the King. I was just thinking Lord of the Rings.
I thought you said Fellowship of the Ring, which was correct.
That's the one I like the best. Well, that's the only one I've seen.
But
just kidding. I saw 2 and 3. I fell asleep during 3 in the theater.
You fell asleep during 3?
In the theater, yeah.
But it's the longest one.
It is the longest one, but it's I don't think any of them are boring, but a lot of people think the 2 Towers is boring because most of it is the travel. You know, I mean, there's still like battles and stuff in it, but
he skateboards on a shield. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to watch it. I gotta watch them again. I do
Dial
like the first,
in, Zach.
I do like the first one, but we'll see.
You like the first one because of Sean Bean.
Sean Bean. Does he die in the first one?
Yes.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
I remember. His
nope.
death.
I meant
in the woods. He's like. Oh,
name
God.
one movie where Sean Bean dies.
He says, take my sword.
Which honestly, it pisses me off that he's part of the Fellowship to begin with, to be quite honest. I understand why they did it, because they wanted a human, right? And I'm sorry, we're not talking about Lord of the Rings, but I'm going to talk about Lord of the Rings. I don't understand why he was part of the Fellowship to begin with. He's sitting there talking about how they should take the ring from Frodo and keep it and shit like that. And then they're like, you know what? I think you'd be perfect to accompany
You should
him.
join the team.
Yeah. Anyway.
We need this dynamic. There's too many good guys.
We need the drama.
Come on.
We need a little bit more of a challenge.
Yeah.
Gandalf's like, I could use a little drama.
Does he give somebody his sword at the end? Does he say, take my sword? Or did I make that up?
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's a euphemism. He wants to
talking about his penis. He says, like, you'll have my sword when they're joining the Fellowship.
He's like, you want me to take your sword? No, yank my sword.
Jerk my sword.
That's in the extended cut.
They're like, I don't understand. He's like, you want...
He just winks at him. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, you know.
No, when they're creating the fellowship, he says, you can have my sword. And then you'll have my bow and you can have my axe.
Yeah, he said you can have my sword, but he didn't like explain what he meant by that.
He kept winking at the camera. If you watch it, actually, you'll see him. He winks every time he says that.
When he's dying,
My sword.
he's like, you said, I said I would give you my sword. You said you could have my sword.
Well, now it's all shriveled up and dead. Why would I want it now?
It's like, there's still a little life in there.
Do you know the human body will set into rigor mortis and then everything will be hard?
Oh, isn't that a scene in this movie where he's like, after you
can
decapitate somebody, you can see for 20
seconds.
And he's like, after you die, pretty sure you can still get a hand job for at least 20 seconds. Like, why do you know that?
He's like, hurry, I only have 20 seconds.
The internet is a wild place.
Well, cut off my head and jerk me off. Let's go to Georgetown. Okay, so for The Exorcist III, we have 8 official monster reveals. If you're new to the show, a monster reveal is any time that a monster is revealed to us as the audience or to characters in the movie. And The Exorcist III, we counted 8. Now, this was my pick for our Devils and Dicks triple feature. So I'm going to go ahead and read the synopsis from IMDb. A police lieutenant uncovers more than he bargained for as his investigation of a series of murders which have all the hallmarks... That's a tongue twister, which have all the hallmarks of the deceased Gemini serial killer, leads him to question the patients of a psychiatric ward. Okay.
I don't know. It's a little, I mean, I don't know what my IMDb logline would be of this movie, but that one was a little bit.
And I guess they're like not trying to tie it into the original movie to like make it stand on its own.
Yeah.
I guess.
Tie it into the original.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Exorcist III on Amazon says a haunted homicide detective is confronted by the apparent return of a brutal serial killer he helped send to the electric chair 15 years earlier. That's better.
It's better, but it's still not.
I think.
They're so afraid of it being an Exorcist movie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this? Not to take the stage from you, but on Letterboxd.
Danny, welcome to my stage. Come on up. Share your thoughts.
Oh, hi, everybody. I'm your special guest for tonight. I'm going to read the Letterboxd synopsis for The Exorcist III. Here's what I'm thinking. On the 15th anniversary of the exorcism that claimed Father Damien Karras' life, Police Lieutenant Kinderman's world is once again shattered when a boy is found decapitated and savagely crucified.
See, I almost like want to. I almost want to like blend a few of these together.
Right. The first part is right, but then they need the like continuing like series of things, not just the one kid died.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, someday somebody will get there.
It's a gift to write a good synopsis.
Might take another 35 years, but
yeah.
Okay, so our first reveal is Father Canavan. Canavan.
Father Canavan.
Thought he could have van. You got a van?
Father Canavan in the confessional booth, and this was awesome. I loved this.
Mm-hmm.
Genuinely scary. Maybe one of the top scary moments in the franchise.
Yeah, spooky.
Yeah, you get like you see his side, but then you kind of see what he's seeing is just like a black screen in the in this confessional booth, and that old lady's talking, you know, and then it kind of gets. I guess it is an old lady because we find out that he's like possessing all these people to do these murders.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it is an old lady,
it reminds me.
It was the old lady that was walking I mean, it showed
Yeah.
her. You see her? She was walking with the other woman. They go into the church, and she's leaving the church when they find him.
Dude, now it makes sense because I saw that at the beginning, and then I saw them leaving, and I'm like, why are we showing these people?
What's the significance? Yeah.
But okay, yeah, it just went over my head. I get it.
This is a very dumb question, but is it that the demon is physically possessing the people and the people physically kill the person? Or is the demon like embodying a person that they see that would be appropriate in this setting to throw off the victim? And then,
well, he said that it's easier to inhabit old people.
Okay, so it's literally a possession. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're getting kind of like micro possessions in this movie compared to the
Yeah,
first
and
one.
it's cool because, you know, he says later when he's talking about taking over Karras's body, he's like, his brain cells were like gone because he was like so like pretty much dead.
Yeah, right.
Or he was dead or whatever. And so he had to work for 15 years to like get those back.
Get him back to normal.
It's not just like, oh, I took over his body and everything's hunky dory.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a cool detail.
They worked into the fact that
smart.
it took them 15 years to make the sequel.
Yeah.
It's like, how long does it take to heal from a possession? How much time we got? It's probably going to take us about 15 years to make this. 15 years.
That's right. This wasn't in the original cut that I saw, but there is a deleted scene where you see the medical scissors, those big chompers, come through the screen.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know if I care for that.
I'm kind of glad they cut it.
Yeah.
Cut it. Huh? But
yeah.
Do you think they used those scissors to cut that scene from the movie?
Mm-hmm.
The editor used that.
He or she edited the whole movie with those.
It feels off. It feels right. It feels authentic.
Oh, what about the fucking animatronic Jesus at the beginning?
With his eyes?
Opening his eyes. Well, what's funny is like it should be really dumb and it's pretty stupid, but we also worked. Like, I don't know. It wasn't like so bad that it was
I
like,
agree.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't great, but it could have been bad.
Well, I mean, think about what they're doing. What did you want it to look like?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It was just,
see it.
I did like the, later in the movie when the crucifix falls off the wall in Father Morning's like room, and then there's like a close up wide angle from the floor, like looking at the Jesus on the crucifix, and he starts to cry blood.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a cool visual, but
Mm-hmm.
anyways, we get a little Kevin Corrigan action as the altar boy. You know Kevin Corrigan?
Mm-mm.
No, but I'm going to Google him.
You might know him from The Departed. He was like the cousin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yes.
He's been in a ton of stuff. Now I'm like drawing a blank, but I know he was in The Departed. But yeah, he was the altar boy with Father Dyer. He was like talking all about Father. So many fucking daddies in this movie. Father Karras, yeah. He's talking about Father Karras, and Father Dyer's like, just get out of here. Just leave me alone.
Get out of here. Leave me alone. Shut up.
Yeah, a whole bunch of daddies.
Yeah. This is our daddy.
This is Devils and Dicks. Well,
Daddies and Dicks.
Oh god, the super racist mother-in-law.
Oh yeah.
There's
this thing going through. There's like a theme, I guess, or something kind of colored through the movie, which is like the world is shitty, and the Gemini Killer is like feeding off of that, and he's trying to use that to like kind of justify his killings. But then by the end, Kinderman is like, no, the world is shitty, and like we just got to live through it. And it's an interesting, I don't know, it's an interesting. I always wish they unpacked it a little bit more.
Yeah, because then at the end, when he's like during like the big exorcism thing, he's like, "Do you believe now?" He's like, "Yeah, I believe. I believe in murder. I believe in like terrible things. Like this is all happening."
It's like this stuff exists. You can't have the sweet without the sour, but that doesn't justify more sour just because we've accepted sour or want more sweet. I don't know. There's something there that's like it's not his job to cleanse the world in the way that the Gemini Killer is doing the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
It's just his job to sort of to seek justice for wrongdoings.
Yeah.
Like you can't be a killer just because it's possible to kill.
And when he's talking to Father Dyer in the restaurant and he's talking about, what was the little boy's name? Thomas Kintry. And oh my God, he just like, it keeps getting worse. Like he's like describing the act that happened, like how he found the body. And it's like, that's horrible. Then he says something else and you're like, oh my God, it's even worse. And worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, this movie is very disturbing, where the first movie is disturbing on like just like the effects and watching this poor girl like in real time just waste away.
Mm-hmm.
This one, like it does the Jaws thing where it puts the thought in your head and it makes you imagine it.
Sure.
Yeah, which, you know,
like that.
I do and I don't. I mean, you guys know me. That's the only thing that I wish this movie actually had was the
seeing the dead bodies.
I want to see what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, they should have shown it.
I still love it without it, but yeah.
Yeah.
There was I don't know if it was like I'm sure they would have shot a scene because there was a picture I saw of Father Canavan in the confessional booth holding his head. His decapitated head is in his lap. Yeah. But I guess by not showing those things, because like he's looking at his hands, right? He's looking at everybody's hands.
Mm-hmm.
And you find out that he's like, they're missing a finger. They've got the Gemini symbol on their palm or whatever. Because you don't know if they showed you, I mean, I guess they didn't have to show everything, but by not showing you, it's keeping that mystery. It's like, why is he looking at the hands?
Maybe we should do another cut of the movie. Just the gory cut.
Like I said earlier, I do kind of love the theatrical cut as it is, minus like I would put the ending of the director's cut in there instead.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe another cut is a necessity.
Is needed.
But the two cops that he's working with, the one who keeps like questioning him, being like, why are you talking about the Gemini Killer? Why am I taking fingerprints? Blah, 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 blah. And Atkins, the detective that he's like working with through most of the movie, they were both in Lethal Weapon together. So I thought that was cool because I like me some Lethal Weapon.
You love Lethal Weapon. Yeah, you do.
We've been talking a lot about Lethal Weapon this year during this school year, starting with the Monster Squad.
And it's a detective movie. Should we slip it in as a bonus episode?
Oh, I love when we slip it in.
We gotta slip it in.
That's what Sean Bean said.
Scene Bean dying. Slip it in. Slip it in my sword.
Stop. Stop. These are your last words. Make them
I
count.
don't blame him. If I was dying in front of Aragorn, I'd try to get someone last time too. So
he just leans up. He's like, just kisses him. He's like, what is this? What's happening?
Instead of like, take my sword, he's like, give me your sword.
Take my virginity.
But you're dying. He's like, no. Give me your sword.
The sword in the pants.
Like, think about it. What do you mean? Think about it for a second. Think about what I'm saying. What's happening? Just think about it.
So dumb.
Yeah, I love that. This is the running joke for The Exorcist III. It's the Lord of the Rings fan fiction between Aragorn and Boromir.
Boromir, that's his name?
Right before he dies.
That's the name of the fucking franchise, Boromir.
Dude, if I were closer to you, I'd punch you in the face.
Boromir is more of a horror-mir.
Yeah, he is.
But okay, let's see. Exorcist III. Father Dyer is now in the hospital.
Dire Straits.
Mm-hmm.
What I love, we talked about like the chemistry between the characters. I love that like you see Kinderman run to the hospital room and then he like collects him. You see him collect himself like outside the room. And then he walks in and just starts like giving him shit. He like, he cares an awful lot about him, but he has to put on this like persona of like, I'm the tough cop, whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like that thing. It's like people who are friendly on the surface actually love you deep down, or or hate or like talking shit about you deep down, and the reverse. If they bust your balls, it's actually a endearment. That's love.
Yeah, I just love that little detail. But then he dies.
Yeah, he does.
Do you think he saw it coming, Father Dyer? Because of his namesake? He's a Dyer.
Fucking asshole.
He's damn it.
I was like, what are you talking about? Did I miss something?
Where does your name originate from? My whole family's dead. They all were Dyers.
Well, that's like he's talking about his brother. He's like, I got like this cough or something. He's like, my brother had the same symptoms, whatever. He's like, he died when he was 30. He died in Vietnam.
Well, and he took his wife's name, and it was he was Mr. Cougher. Because he coughed.
I'm so lost.
What about the blood?
What about it, Zach?
Is that enough blood from a human body?
No, I thought the same thing.
Let's Google.
They make such a point to like it's all the blood. None of it's missing.
Now later in the movie,
hold on.
Later,
I love that Brad Dourif later does say like it wasn't all the blood.
Yeah, you can't get it all. Like unfortunately, they're like, no,
like
we didn't have enough
like,
cups. So you got to put this line in there. You got to say this.
What if they were like, we just have the original line was like, oh my God, they bled him of just enough blood to fill the amount of cups the hospital had on this floor. Like, what? It's a little convoluted. They look kind of like Jell-O shots.
Yeah.
Like it's not like huge.
I need to know how many. I need to know how many there are.
Okay.
And then you're going to try to find the size of the cup, and then you're going to multiply.
Yes, and I can assume the size of the cup. I can divide it by the amount and then see how many ounces the cups would be, and they're probably 4 to 6 ounces. So there's only.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
As horror fans, do you think we have been misled into thinking the human body has more blood because of Evil Dead?
Because I just looked. Because I just looked. And it says, how much blood do you think is in a human body? It is a lot less than I thought.
See, I'm not good with
2 gallons.
So that would be 2.
Oh, Casey's silent.
Like,
I'm
things
spot
of milk. I'm going to say 5.
Danny, why'd you have to bring up milk when we're talking about blood?
Because it's on brand. Again, another thing that keeps coming
our
up.
Streak going.
I'm going to say that this is 10 half gallons.
So that'd be 5 gallons.
Yeah.
Okay. It is 1.2 to 1.5 gallons.
No. I feel more sloshing around in me as we speak.
I feel it. I feel it.
Well, let's test it. I'm going to drain my blood.
I am going to figure this out.
I guess that makes sense because, like, this is stupid. Like, your body is not just like filled with blood. Like, it's like it's in tubes, right? I'm not a scientist or a medical doctor.
Like veins?
I don't want to say that word, but yeah.
Okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 21 cups altogether.
Oh, she found the picture. Okay.
Oh.
All right. So
leave
how
it
many
to
ounces?
Casey is like the good resource for this because Zach can't even say the V word. I don't know how I got away with saying sloshing when it comes to the B word.
192.
So
sloshing
Casey
blood.
Well, he said you can't get all of it, right? So in order,
you can't get all of it. Yeah.
In order for it to be to 1.5 gallons, in order for that to be 1.5 gallons, there would have to be 9 ounces of blood in each one of those cups. And I don't.
Okay, they're juice cups. Juice cups is 8 ounces.
They might be 8 ounce
little
cups.
Juice cups. Yeah.
I would have gone.
So that might be.
Yeah.
Plus, he used some for the wall.
But it is a movie, and I think you have to.
There you go, Danny. That's it right there.
Wait,
it is a movie.
This is a movie?
Well, no, I'm like, I wish they went one of 2 different ways where show us like one big vat of it and show us the blood.
Well, that's why we've been misled, Danny.
Blood.
That's why we're upset about this whole thing. They're trying to do us right.
I like being lied to.
We've been done wrong the whole time.
Uh-huh.
Well,
and the Exorcist III is trying to do right.
Zach, you mentioned little like the sippy cups or whatever. Like, is that mentioned in the movie? Because now I can't remember. Juice cups. Are all your cups sippy cups at home? I just feel like they should have. And again, I'm so sorry if they said this, and I don't mean to be a jerk to this 40-year-old movie. But do they say he filled the juice? No, what the fuck? It's
call them sippy cups. Call them sippy cups.
What are you talking about?
Do they say that do they specifically say he filled up each sippy cup with blood? Because that's
picture.
Disturbing. I know, but like my brain didn't see it as, I don't know, something about that.
Somehow he like squirted them in without
so intense,
without dripping a drop, without losing a drop. They said,
but that's about him being efficient.
Yeah,
I wish the visual paid off to make what happened much more disturbing. I guess I'm just being very,
but that's not how the Gemini works.
Yeah,
because he talks later about how efficient he is. So
there is in one of the deleted scenes from the original cut. Did you guys notice a lady outside the room when Kinderman and Dyer are talking, and like Dyer's reading the paper, and the lady yells down the hall. She's like, "Who stuck this guy?" Or something like that. And you're kind of like, what?
He's like, "Oh, it's crazy around here."
She came in earlier to draw his blood, and he was like, "Somebody just came and did it like 20 minutes ago." And she was like, "What the fuck?" And she leaves out and she said, "Who stuck this guy?" So I just thought that was relevant to all the bloodletting that we're talking about.
Yeah.
What if he was just so polite and they just kept drawing blood and he didn't have it in him to be like, they already did this. So it's actually not the
And then they were just slowly taking all of
He's
it
like,
and putting it in. Yeah.
Where's all the sippy cups? I think it'd be so frustrating to be investigated by Kinderman. There was one scene in particular. He's just so intense that it's like, dude, I get it that you've been solving this case for a long time and are like really upset, but I just got pulled into it. So you're meeting me at a level of energy that is not balanced with where I'm coming at it. And I don't see how this is going to be effective. That's all.
I used to get so really mad when I was a manager at Cracker Barrel restaurant. I used to get so mad when I would walk in for my shift and all the servers would be like, "Can I get cut off the floor? Like, can I go home? Can I do this? Like, what's going on?" And I'm like, I literally don't even have my coat off. Like I just walked in the door. I have no idea what's happening. Chill. Like you said, like I'm coming at this from a different level than you are.
He would be the manager, and then everyone else would be calm. That's
good
funny.
old Cracker Barrel.
Okay.
But yeah, that lady, that nurse, Nurse Allentown. What's her name? Nurse.
Everyone's name is a town. There's Georgetown, Allentown.
She was like,
I'm surprised this town wasn't. I'm surprised where they filmed it wasn't called Exorcist Town. Because
Allerton.
Yeah, Allerton. Dude, you know what we skipped over?
The dream.
The dream.
Yeah. If you're new to the show, we always take a moment to point out a movie's Fabio reference. I only saw one in this movie, and I was just curious if you guys saw more this time.
No, it's just the one.
I only saw one Fabio, but I saw a Samuel L. Jackson.
What?
For real?
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, there's like a blind guy sitting down on like the left side of the frame. And as he passes him, and that's Samuel L. Jackson. That's
classic Samuel Jackson.
They're fucking Patrick Ewing plays an angel.
That I noticed, which is surprising. I think he's in Space Jam, right? I think I only know athletes who are in Space Jam.
Yeah, he's in Space Jam, Danny. That was crazy. Beautiful matte painting. I know Casey always wanted me to point out my matte paintings because
you like them.
I love them.
Yeah.
But you reminded me the other day that I didn't point one out, so now I have to point it out. But that was really cool. And when we see Father Dyer with his like neck stitches, and Kinderman's like, "I think we're having the same dream," and Father Dyer's like, "I'm not dreaming," and it's like, it kind of like kind of
he was dead.
Hits you.
I'm looking at this picture, Samuel L. Jackson. How the fuck did you know that was Samuel L. Jackson?
I know a Samuel Jackson whenever I see him.
Also, there is a lot going on in this scene that I did not notice.
Well,
There's so much.
How insane this scene kind of validates what we were saying earlier about the exorcism at the end being a little, you were saying like, he mentioned if Madonna doesn't pop up out of here, and it's like, I think she was in the dream scene though too. So like, it's not that unprecedented for this movie.
Right.
What if Fabio came out?
But the dream sequence was in the original cut.
Interesting.
So
I
it's
do
not
love
like
it. It's so like weird and so it almost doesn't need to be that I get they're like, we have to show this as a dream or the afterlife or whatever. It does go like one step too far with like a Fabio reference.
Yeah.
But it is fun.
Yeah. And like Larry King was in the restaurant when earlier in the movie when they're talking after going to see It's a Wonderful Life. Larry King was in there.
Why? Did they explain?
Yeah. So they wanted to get like, I guess William Peter Blatty wanted it to feel like Georgetown. He wanted it to feel like, and I guess.
And everyone knows that Larry King frequents Georgetown.
I always thought Larry King was like a New York guy, but I don't know. I don't know.
Well, and also like in Georgetown, you would have like Fabio as an angel and Samuel Jackson as a blind man. So
it's very authentic. If you're from Georgetown, so I actually grew up in Georgetown, and I will say it's very authentic too. Yeah. It's surprisingly authentic.
Yeah.
But yeah, at this point, I mean, Samuel L. Jackson wasn't, I think, when did Goodfellas come out?
90 this year.
So he had a small one or two scenes in Goodfellas. He was doing stuff, and then obviously, because he didn't do anything much bigger than Pulp Fiction, right? And that was 94.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 94.
So he was like in his paying his dues sort of part of his career.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, let's jump to our second reveal. Finally, this is when Father Kinderman. I'm just going to call him Daddy Kinderman. I know he's not a priest, but he's a daddy.
No, he's not.
He's not a daddy. No.
That's my one hall pass in my relationship is George C. Scott.
No, it's not.
You just want him to yell at you.
Does he scream like that during sex? Like, I can't do it. Like, yeah, like it's he's like, nah! It's so like intense.
Give me your sword. That was a terrible George C. Scott.
But it was like a good Boromir every time. Give me your sword. Classic George C. Scott impression.
So this is where he's telling the hospital director or whatever who's pissed. He's telling him all about the Gemini Killer and like how he killed everybody with the name started with a K. There was a K in their name or something. And then we see this mysterious man in this cell, and he says, Kevin. Because Father Dyer, Joseph Dyer, his middle name, they reveal was Kevin.
It's interesting because they didn't have to do that at all.
It made me laugh. No, they didn't.
They didn't have to do the name thing, period. They could have completely left out.
They're trying to answer questions for clarity, and I think actually sometimes when they even bring up a question, it makes it a little bit more confusing. Well, because you're like, wait, but it really doesn't have anything to do with anything.
Yeah, what's the point? Who cares what their names were?
In the book, I'm sure it probably made sense that they're like stitching things and you have more time to kind of live in it.
There's no need in the movie. He's just a demon that's inhabiting and killing and possessing people. What do their names have to do with anything?
Well, it's got to be, Danny, you just said.
Go. No, you go. This is so. I'm just thinking of the house bunny, which is like, Kevin. That's her. That's the reveal.
Yeah. It's Anna Faris.
Yeah.
No, but you were talking about like, in the book, it might have been whatever. William Peter Blatty wrote the book, then he adapted it into a screenplay for this, and he's directing. There has to be some things where, well, it's got to be like a tough balancing act to be like,
he doesn't know.
Yeah, maybe for some reason he thought that was so important.
Yeah, he doesn't understand quite how things translate from a book to a movie.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, I wouldn't go as far as to say maybe he doesn't understand, but like, because I think he did a really good job with this movie.
But if you know so much, you may know too much, and then it's harder to comprehend, like, what does the audience not need to know?
Right.
Right.
So having an outside voice come in, that's where like, you always hear a lot of stuff about like, oh, this movie had studio interference, and it's kind of always met as a negative. And I don't totally believe that. I'm not saying like take the artistic vision away from the creator. It's just sometimes I do think it helps to have, someone like checks and balances and just another voice in the room. It's a collaborative thing. So if someone goes, hey, that doesn't work. We
talked earlier about, him like giving a lot of credit to the intelligence of the viewers.
Yeah.
If they would have just had Brad Dourif play that whole part. But producers, the studio knows that most people aren't smart.
Yeah.
They want a lot of dummies to watch their movies.
The studios now are, the word on the street is that they are specifically dumbing down things because they know people are going to be on their phones.
Well, yeah, it's
watching the movies.
There's a word for it. It's second screens.
Yeah.
So it's like they're creating saying second screen shows.
You need to like reiterate like the plot or whatever, like 3 times throughout the movie because people need to follow along when they're on their phone as well. And it's so infuriating. But
it is.
Anyways,
it's funny. It's so annoying, and you notice it, but don't notice it. And I was watching a movie with someone, and they specifically pointed out, they were like, they just repeated the plot like for the 3rd time. I'm like, oh my, they really did. They just said it. It's an insane thing because it's so sad. It's such a bummer. They do that in Sentimental Value a lot, where like, he's like, they're having this really dramatic, I'm kidding.
I was going to say, I was
such a good movie.
Oh, no. God. I was almost like, you said that, and I was like, wait a second. Yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but I was like,
great.
No.
They don't do that.
But, okay. Yeah. So we get the man in the hospital. We don't really know who he is yet, but in our 3rd reveal, Kinderman sits down with him, the Gemini Killer, and he sees Father Karras, right?
Yeah.
And to me, I was like, okay, it was confusing because I was like, is he seeing Father Karras? Is that like a trick of the mind that the devil, whoever he is playing on him, or is it actually him? And then like,
it's confusing because of the way they shot it.
Yeah. Who is the person that who is the person actually there? Is it Father Karras's body, which it is, right? We find out
they should have done a thing where like you have do one. I know I'm being like, I promise this, there's a point to this, but like you have like the camera just not cut and maybe like do like an over the shoulder or the POV of Kinderman and like have the camera like go around and like maybe as you go like behind his head, it like switches to Brad Dourif and then goes back to Father Karras to kind of like tell the audience like he sees this, it's really this, but we are going to come back to Karras because that is who Kinderman sees.
Yeah. So
because it just cuts to him when he screams. It's almost
so
like
good.
It's so good.
It was such
but
a great transition.
But it's confusing because it's like, to your point, it's like, oh, did he just kind of reveal himself as Brad Dourif and that's what Kinderman sees? But no.
Yeah. So
it's like, oh.
So when you find out later that it is the body of Father Karras, Jason Miller. We see later that Kinderman is looking at a file of the Gemini Killer and it looks like Brad Dourif, right? His name's James Veneman. And so the Gemini Killer, or I should say Brad Dourif, that's just like us, right? Like that's just like for us to see like that's the Gemini Killer.
Yeah.
The whole
that's
time.
That's who he's talking to.
Yeah. That's like the
seeing.
Spirit, right?
Yeah.
The whole time, I think Kinderman is looking at quote unquote Jason Miller, right? Like Father Karras.
Yes.
Because later, towards the end, when the nurse is in the room and she has like the little nodes on his head, it's Jason Miller laying there, right? Which sometimes it wasn't. I'm going to throw another loop into this, or another fucking throw you for another loop, whatever you say.
Yeah, fuck our shit up, Zach.
Because there's another actor that they put in makeup to look like Jason Miller.
No,
well, that's because he wasn't. Well, that's because he wasn't able to do everything that they needed him to do.
That was that's just like a filmmaking thing, but I had to throw that in there.
Oh, I thought you were Jason Miller. Oh, you're Jason. Oh, I'm Jason Miller.
I thought you were the Gemini Killer.
Not to be confused with the Lakeshore Strangler, also played by Brad Dourif.
Mm-hmm.
He mentions at one point, he said decapitating people makes him chuckle. And I was like, oh, is that a reference?
Oh, chuckle. And he also says the words, he says it's child's play.
He does.
Oh, you gotta love it. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that I had to check my phone and I paused it. And when I came back and turned my camera back on, this is where I would normally have my camera. So it's zoomed in somehow. And I don't know what to do about it.
It's like the work of the devil.
The devil.
So I have it pushed. This is as far back as I can push it.
Can you like pinch it?
That's what Bormer said. He's like, just pinch it.
Just pinch my sword. Just pinch the tip.
Ew.
He said, no, that's the pointy part. Aragon.
Aragon. No. You know how knights all have names? Like, I'm watching Knights of the Seven Kingdom, and he's like Duncan the Tall. Aragorn is Aragorn, the tip pincher. He's like, damn it, why I didn't know anyone was around when I did that. Should have known.
Oh God. All right. So yeah, Kinderman's sitting down with the Gemini Killer.
There's a lot of conversation, which I love. It's very juicy, and Brad Dourif is chewing it up.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot. And I did notice that I was kind of jumping through my notes where it's a lot of, which I'm not even saying is a bad thing, because he's very much like relishing in the destruction that he's causing or has caused.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm going to spin that now as a positive. I love seeing Brad Dourif chewing it up, talking about some fucked up shit. I
mean, he does it so well. And I said that I had seen an interview with him, and he was talking about when they first did it, they did it like so perfectly that like it didn't work because it was too precise. And so they had to like go back and, he worked with Blatty for a while to like figure out where like that sweet spot was where it wasn't so like surgical, I guess, in his delivery.
I have a question. Speaking of William Peter Blatty, who's your favorite author whose book was adapted into a major 1970s thriller? Do you like William Peter Blatty of the Exorcist franchise or Peter Blenchley of the Jaws franchise?
So as a...
Are you a Blatty or a Blenchley?
I'm a Blatty, I guess.
I think I'm a Blenchley.
So wait, are you talking about like, do I just like their names or the...
Who's your favorite person?
There are many other authors who had their movies or their books made into horror thrillers.
Let me Google. No, it's
in 1975 blockbusters.
That was it.
Yeah. So reveal number 4.
Oh, okay. I thought you were responding to my comment. Okay. All right. Well, our 4th reveal is a classic. It's Nurse Keating, in that really long, and I say long like it's good that it's long because it really keeps you in suspense.
That's what Boromir said.
What is that? Was that? Yeah, it has something to do with Boromir and Aragorn.
Take my sword. It's so long.
It's a really long.
That's good
sword.
that it's long.
You won't be able to. I want you to pinch a tip, but I don't know if you'll be able to find it.
If you can reach it, pinch it.
But Nurse Keating which has to be one of like the best jump scares in horror history.
Mm-hmm. Were you spoiled of this scene like before, like on, I think I saw this for the first time on like the Bravo's 100 Scariest Movie Moments.
Oh, okay. No, I remember like when I first saw it. I don't know when I first saw it, like when I was a kid and I was bored, because I don't know if I made it to this when I was a kid, but when I watched this again, probably, I don't know, 10 years ago, I was I was definitely
Scared?
It's pretty good.
Scared. Thank you. I was going to say blown away, but I was like, nobody fucking blew me while I was watching fucking Exorcist
Not like
3.
What are you, Aragorn?
Aragorn.
But no, it was not spoiled for me. It got me the first time. The one that got me in this, which I didn't even remember, was when the dude sits up in the fucking the room. I forgot about that one.
Which is such a good move because it's like, we're going to throw you off. Like, this is the scare. So there can't possibly be another jump scare. And that one reads as more of like, not in a bad way, but more classic jump scare. Like character goes to something, boom. Whereas the famous scissor scene is just shot on like a static wide shot.
Yep.
And only ever like pushes in at the jump scare, which feels it's like reverse engineered.
Right. There were deleted scenes where like you're in the POV of the person with the scissors and like they're like chasing her down the hallway and you see like the thing. Which I'm glad they left it like this.
Come here.
Chop, 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 chop.
Get over here.
But going back to the name thing, do you think that was all like the K's, right? Do you think that was all to build suspense later? Because now we know her name is Keating. She's established. We know she's Nurse Keating. She's there by herself. We know something's going to happen now because her name starts with a K.
It's a little
Well, there's also
flimsy.
Kinderman. So probably wanted us to think that he was going to die.
And then also there's the kid later who gets
Kid. K.
Who gets admitted to the hospital and his last name starts with a K. And so there's like the whole thing where he busts in on the nurse giving him the toys or whatever.
So here's the thing. Why K though?
Yeah.
Like, why didn't they?
I don't know, but I don't know the answer for that. But like,
Because instead of making up that his last name was Kevin, they could have just gone with what his name was and used that letter.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I feel like this works better on page. Like in a book, it's like, oh shit, because you see it. It's harder to like remember. Like I didn't know her name was Keating. You know, like
you didn't?
Maybe I did, but like it didn't stick with me enough to be like, oh shit. It kind of reminds me of like in Scream 2, they do this thing where it's like, look, her name is the same as the name from the first movie. And he's killing people off based on, it's like, well, that doesn't really go anywhere. Just sort of, it's like a weird, like it's too much specificity to give an audience based on like names that we aren't already familiar with. You know, if it was like, oh, he's killing people who wear red shirts, you're like, oh, he's wearing a red shirt, he's gonna die. Like that makes so much more sense. It is hard to track, and it's fine, it doesn't like hurt the movie, but it definitely doesn't, it's not a standout thing.
Okay. Right. I mean, I followed the names. I just must be smarter than you guys. So.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, Zach is the target audience for this movie. Casey and I were like, what?
Well, I was so tired that I was falling asleep. I was sitting up on the couch purposely so that I didn't fall asleep, but I definitely fell asleep a few times.
Every time they mentioned someone's name starting with K, should not just.
I didn't even know, like, Kinderman's name. I didn't know that was his name until I sat down to record this episode.
Yeah, and you like research. You're like, oh, there's this guy.
Yep.
That's okay. Funny. All right. Well, in reveal number 5, we get Mrs. Clelia, the old radio lady.
Radio lady.
The invisible radio phone. She's like a trickster. She's like she's like, oh, you're the radio repairman, huh? Well, funny, because this is my phone. It's like, you like, bitch.
Good
and
one.
he smacks her.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him.
I would not be surprised.
He slams his fist down. He's like, God damn it.
This was, I enjoy this little reveal.
Yeah. So he goes into the room with all the people who are just kind of like milling around the common area. And you get a great effect on the ceiling. I mean, for 1990, it was pretty cool.
No, it was.
I did notice they loved their ceiling work in this movie. Between this, everyone's getting thrown up and then like stuck on the ceiling. I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Take it easy.
Well, because of in the original one, don't they do that in the original one? They use the special.
Do
they do that?
She levitates.
Does she levitate?
I can't think of them like.
I don't think she goes on the ceiling.
I
Well,
can only
never mind.
think of the floating. She does I'm trying to think of like she does the spider crawl down the stair. Yeah, nothing.
I'm probably
I could be
thinking
wrong.
of Scary Movie where they make fun of either the Exorcist or Poltergeist, and she's fucking the ghosts all over the place on the ceiling. That must be what I'm thinking of.
When Boromir blows his load and shoots Aragorn onto the ceiling.
Yeah.
He's stuck in a tree. He's like,
he's stuck in an
Get me
end.
down from here.
The end's like, God.
But yeah, no, this was creepy. So he possessed her again just to crawl around on the ceiling?
Well, the nurse, don't they find the nurse's body. So I guess she had just killed her.
But then the other lady took the nurse's clothes. So why didn't she just kill her?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe she did. Like, I don't know.
Maybe it was like an organizational thing. Like they like you over,
Teamwork.
Yeah, teamwork.
Well, you worked, like at a restaurant when there's too many servers on staff. I meant you weren't supposed to be in today, but they're like, well, you're here. So can you just take table 2? And they're like, well, I'm on table 2. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Just work together. Get it
That's
done.
what happened.
Yeah, or it could just be like
was like, ay.
a cool visual gag, which it
That's what I
is.
think it is. Yeah.
I know the movie wants us to really think, but then it's like, no, don't overthink this.
No,
Just
it's
overthink
Right.
that.
Right. Yeah. So it goes from this, and then we find out that we see the dead nurse because he sees the blood under the door, and we see the dead nurse. He calls his house, he calls his house, but he can't get through because somebody else is calling his house, pretending to be him and being like, hey, there's a nurse coming over, let her in. Mm-hmm. And then you get this is our 6th reveal. This is the nurse who she's like in the taxi cab going over to the house. And then he's headed to the house with the policeman. And it's like a fun, very suspenseful, like chase. I don't want to say chase, but like who's going to get there first? How are we doing this?
I would have been sad to see him lose his family, but I do think, again, I feel like I'm just doing that annoying thing where it's like just kind of rewriting the movie. But if you had only had the shot of her in the car, which is so effective and creepy, and then cut to he comes home and they're all dead.
Yeah.
Like, at least the mother-in-law.
Yeah, like that would have been
at least killed the mother-in-law.
Pretty chilling.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have like come home and the mother-in-law's there like holding the dead fish. Mm-hmm. The carp that was in the bathtub. She's like in the bathtub with the fucking fish.
Wait.
I also thought, I know we're doing a lot of
that.
like, would it? Oh, the giant fish that he's got. And he talks about it earlier. And he's like,
no. Never mind. I did remember that because the Sven grew up that way. And so Sven doesn't eat fish because his parents kept fish in the bathtub.
Oh, wow. Damn. That's a real, shit. That's a real thing. Okay.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Did you guys think, this is what I had seen the movie and I forgot, but when the nurse when she grabs the scissors, I thought she was going to cut her own head off.
Oh, no. Yeah. I remember what she was doing.
I was like, oh shit, that's fucking cool. And then she don't.
Yeah. I forgot.
Then she tried to kill his daughter, which is also pretty cool.
Yeah. Because they're alluding to that earlier. Like he's saying like Julie. And then he's like, oh my God, I got to go. See,
her name starts with K.
Julie Kinderman. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I guess Kinderman does.
That's what I'm talking about.
I was trying to be funny.
I'm paying attention to these names. No, so here's where, well, I'm not going to talk about it just yet because, so our next reveal is Father Morning goes into the cell and performs the exorcism.
Yeah, we get the classic Exorcist.
Yeah. And we see him for the first time now with his like yellow eyes. I think there might have been a close up earlier, but or maybe not. I don't know, but
it's pretty cool.
It's the big set piece, and he gets thrown against the wall, like you said, and he peels off like it's like hot. I guess he's like stuck to it, and he peels off, and that was fucking cool.
I think what works with having the exorcism in this, I just don't know if the execution was done in a way that pays this off. Is you go into an Exorcist sequel thinking you'll get an exorcism. You get it, but it's really actually just sort of like the fake out ending to set up the character we've been following, Kinderman, having his face off. I just don't know if something didn't land. Like, I wish it was like, oh, you think a normal exorcism is going to work like it did in the first one? No. Watch him get like his ass kicked. Kinderman's going to come in and do his own thing, and that's what's going to. So I know, I feel like I'm being critical and I don't mean to because I actually really like this movie, but it was just something that stood out. And maybe it's just top of mind because I know there were so many changes, but.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. So that was our 7th reveal. Our 8th reveal is when Kinderman comes in and joins the exorcism party. And he comes in, the Father Morning is like in the corner, all like bleeding, right?
The exorcism party. Hell yeah, dude.
And this is our final reveal when Kinderman comes in and he meets the possessed version of, I mean, he's always been possessed, but like visually he sees him.
Now he's like, I get it.
And he comes in and he just tries to shoot him. He's like, hey, Karras, like, forgive me or pray for me or something. And he tries to shoot him. And then Father Karras is like, nope. And he throws him up against the wall, right? Mm-hmm. But then to your point, Danny, like that there's like, you said it felt kind of off. The way out of it to me felt kind of off. That like Father Morning just kind of like crawls over and like picks up a crucifix and he's like, no.
Yeah.
And then,
no.
And then that's when Karras is like, shoot me now. Like I have this like moment where I'm free from this possession.
Coherent. Yeah.
He says, Kinderman, shoot me, kill me now.
What's the movie trying to say? Not to get so like, I don't know, like sometimes movies are just movies, but the takeaway is that like the best way to solve the world's problems is just have a cop come in and shoot the problem away. And then have him talk about how like, yeah, the world's fucked up. It's a good thing you've got cops to shoot people. It's just like, okay, great. Like I don't know, like what are we left to just be like, I get it if it's supposed to be cynical, that's fine. But
yeah, because I mean, right before he does say like, he basically says like, yeah, I believe that like the world is a cynical place.
Yeah.
It was also his friend though. So it was part of it having the courage to do what has to be done.
Totally.
Yeah. He just wanted to,
put him out.
And I think that's part of why he comes in and he says like, pray for me. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know if he says, forgive me or pray for me or something like, sorry that I have to do this, but I got to kill you.
Yeah. There's something interesting about like, it's someone of his, like the way he sees the world, who is the one who would be the most willing to help a friend in this particular scenario. I just wish they leaned into that theme a little bit more, I mean, even, like when, and I'm not trying to like shit on religions. That's not what I'm doing. But when The Exorcist came out, the Catholic Church like loved it. They were like, yeah, the power of God saves all. Like at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like the devil is evil. Okay. Priests come in and save the day. Hooray.
Yeah. So
this one could have kind of like thrown that on its head. Yeah. Not that you have to punish. I'm just trying to like zoom out. Like you don't have to punish religion, no matter how you look at it from a thematic or from a narrative level. It doesn't really do anything. Doesn't add much to the conversation, but they could have done something clever you could walk out of it like, wow, religion wasn't powerful enough to stop evil in the world, but also cops were, but the only way they do it was to kind of like fight fire with fire. There was like an interesting conversation to be had. I don't know if maybe the book does it. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. It would be interesting to read the book and see, basically just how we've been talking about like what was left in, what was left out.
Yeah.
Obviously there's going to be stuff, but I wonder what kind of detail they go into.
Well, Danny's not a Blatty, so he won't be reading it.
Oof. Yeah, I'm a Blunchley.
He did read the Blatty. He did read the original Blatty.
He did read the Blatty.
I did read the Blatty.
He did read the original Blatty.
And ironically, I've always heard that the Jaws novel is not great. So I don't know I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a Blatty. Here's the twist, everyone. I'm a Blatty fan. I know you were waiting to hear that reveal.
So here are two things that I want to mention that are from the original cut. And one of them answers our question from earlier. So at the end of the theatrical cut, it has Kinderman and Atkins standing over a grave, and it has Father Karras' grave, right? And it's kind of quick, right? It just kind of like cuts to them at the grave and then it's over. Mm-hmm. So that scene in the director's cut was put earlier in the movie. They go to the grave and Kinderman says, it's not him. So basically, you know how earlier we were talking about who is he supposed to be seeing, Father Karras or Brad Dourif? It is Father Karras because his body was dug up and replaced with another priest.
But when? Because 15 years, boy.
Well,
I don't think he would look the same.
No, the Gemini Killer mentions earlier that he got in there when he was fresh, right? Right when he died.
Okay, so he was buried in the body, though?
Yes.
Okay.
He was buried and then
he got out and replaced it at some point.
God, I would have liked to have seen all this rather than be told it, like this could have been like the opening of the movie was following the Gemini Killer, like doing all these things.
I think what happened was he got possessed, buried, and then maybe dug himself out when the dirt was fresh.
He Kill Billed it.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying.
But then he put a new body in there. So
if he replaced the body 15 years ago, he wouldn't have been able to tell. So I'm glad they didn't put that part in because I would have been like, no. Yeah. I'm sorry, but you wouldn't know whether that was your friend or not because the body's way too decomposed.
Yeah. There's a simpler way to tell the story.
The body of the replacement would be too decomposed, you're saying.
Yeah.
I see.
You wouldn't be able to say, that's not my friend.
Oh, well, they said he was super tall. They did a thing on his organs. Yeah, maybe he'd be decomposed. I don't fucking know. The real kicker
Exorcist III
is the ending of the director's cut.
Mm-hmm.
It cuts from the attack at his house. Then instead of Father Morning coming into the cell to do an exorcism, Kinderman comes into the cell. He convinces a nurse to let him in the room. He gets in there. He says, "Pray for me, Father Karras, forgive me," whatever he says. Then he shoots him. Then he goes up and he puts the gun to his head, to Karras's head or the Gemini Killer's head, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he shoots him again in the head. And then it cuts to black, roll credits.
Hmm.
So he just goes in and kills him. There's no exorcism. There's no fight. He just says "Hey, sorry, I got to do this." And he just shoots him.
I do like that, but I know that you guys don't like the mixture of the exorcism and stuff like that. But if we've already established that he's possessed by a demon, and we know that you can't just kill them that way.
Yeah. It would have been, all right, I know, I keep doing this. I don't know what's wrong with me today. But you know how they establish that the demon can kind of pose as other people and kind of fuck with our sense of reality a little bit and do voices and all that? It would have been cool if at the end, Kinderman he points the gun. He's clicking and he's ready to shoot, and then have a nurse walk in, and the reality of it is he's actually putting the gun to his head.
Oh,
but the demon
making it seem like he's
fucks with him.
Yeah. So then in the end, it's evil wins.
I think that he should have the gun to his head, and then he shoots him, and then it zooms in on Kinderman's eyes, and he's possessed.
Oh, the spirit,
he should have been
traveled.
Possessed. This was not the movie to have a happy ending.
No.
Whereas The Exorcist is, because it's about this.
About the
watch
girl.
This mother-daughter get
through
this.
The family dynamic.
This was about a guy contending with the brutality of existence.
Yeah.
So you may as well just then that's the movie.
Let it ride. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the theme. End on the fucking darkest note ever.
Yeah. I mean, you're saying though, I do still love the movie. I don't.
Yeah. No.
Really
exactly.
Have major issues with it. But.
They always say if something is so good, you then it actually opens the door for more conversation, and because it's given you so much to work with.
Right.
Or when the floor opens up and all the people come up and the crucified boy comes up and they just pull him down and they the floor closes back up and it's
right.
Yeah. Right. That would have been great.
Mm-hmm.
And then the nurse walks in and it's just the patient alone.
Yeah.
Just staring up at her and it's where's
and he says, "Kevin.
Where's George?"
Kevin.
Oh my God. Can we do a cut
Catherine
of
O'Hara.
I know. R.I.P. We love you. I was gonna say, can we do a cut of do the whole scene from Home Alone, and then the second she goes, "Kevin," just cut to him going, "Kevin."
Oh, see, I was thinking the other way around. The whole scene of in there, and then when he says Kevin, it's Catherine O'Hara.
That's so much better.
That's funny.
Also, this is going back to those monologues and stuff real quick. Oh, I know we passed that a long time ago. But the one where he's yelling and breaks the fourth wall, Like, I don't know if I've ever felt like someone in a movie was actually staring into my soul before.
It's a lot. It's a great performance.
He's so striking that he just like, just his visual of his face. And
this was a year before Silence of the Lambs when, is it Jonathan Demme? Right? Jonathan Demme? Did the whole like looking into the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. So wait, is Hannibal Lecter the Gemini Killer?
Ooh. Dude. It is time for the How I Met Your Monster conspiracy theory of the week.
Hit it! Yeah, so this movie came out a year before Silence of the Lambs, which famously has the characters looking into the camera, as though, like Casey said, like looking into your soul. This one has an imprisoned serial killer played by Brad Dourif, who has already established the fact that this demon can possess other people to do his biddings. And he famously stares directly into the camera. So
he cuts off heads.
Yes.
Isn't there a head in a jar in the old Psychiatrist or something that he cuts his head off?
Well, there's a few things because there's the thinking of the face, but that's Buffalo Bill's victim. But yeah, we cut. Then a year later, we're in another cell with another serial killer staring directly at the camera. You know, it makes you think.
Makes me think, that's for sure.
It is fun. It does make sense now that I think about it, because Silence of the Lambs, it ends with an exorcism. I don't know why I even thought to it actually isn't that confusing. Are there any people with K's in? There's Clarice.
Starts with
name
with
a K.
But he's getting old. He's getting old. He just hears the
she's in K's. It's all the same to me.
Anyways, all right.
I thought your name started with a K, Clarice, darling. My mistake. But let's just keep doing this because
it's like the end. It plays like the fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm music.
He looks at her name. He finally sees it written down. He's like, damn.
He sees like her name tag.
Yeah.
That's so funny. All right. Well, now it's time to choose our favorite reveals in The Exorcist III. All right. So speed round recap. We've got 8 official reveals. No alternate titles. I'll spare you. Number 1, Father Canavan.
I have one for the last one.
Okay. Father Canavan in the confessional booth. Also known as, I'll do it. Also known as, I just lost my virginity in a confessional booth. Lord have mercy.
Is that from?
Yes.
Oh, damn it.
If you watch it, you'll know, Danny.
Yeah, if you're new to the show, they're referencing. I feel like I've seen the movie Detroit Rock City because you just need to start quoting it in order. I know it's funny. You guys will say quotes in scenarios. I'm like, how could this all possibly connect?
How do these pieces all go together?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2 is Kevin. Kevin. Number 3 is when Kinderman sits down with the Gemini Killer Father Karras mashup. 4 is Nurse Keating in the hallway. 5 is Mrs. Clelia on the ceiling. Mrs. Climia. What did we?
Chlamydia.
Number 6 is the nurse traveling to the house and being at the house and all that. Number 7 is the exorcism, and number 8 is when Kinderman comes in and meets the possessed form of whoever.
And 7, I've heard of Father or fuck. I've heard of Morning Glory, but Morning Gory.
Oh, Danny, that's good.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. What's your favorite? Casey, you start us off.
I like Miss Clamia.
Miss Chlamydia. Yeah.
This poor actor. Forever.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just gave me the heebie-jeebies. And
It's fucking creepy. Yeah.
And yeah, so that's all. Very simple.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite is the confessional scene.
Okay.
That still just gets me. There's something about just staring, a camera pointing at a dark space and hearing someone like reveal themselves to be something different, and you not knowing. I don't know. It evokes that feeling of like being a kid and you wake up and there's just like that one corner of the room that's a little darker, and you become, your imagination starts to convince you that there's something there, and I love it.
Yeah, no, it was super creepy. And like, you know, it's kind of the same. It kind of does like the same type of suspense as Nurse Keating in the hallway, where you're just like watching this scene. And it's like you're just watching that black screen and you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen?
There's a lot of good like lingering horror in this movie, which I really appreciate. I would love to see more of that.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the third reveal, when Kinderman sits down with the Gemini Killer, because I absolutely love that transition from Jason Miller's performance into the yell that Brad Dourif does, and like the close up of his eyes. And then you're just like, oh my God, it's good. It hits so hard. And I was like, that was awesome.
It is.
You guys, this is a testament to this movie that none of us chose the famous scissor jump scare.
Oh yeah.
I think that says if you know.
See how many good other good reveals there are.
It's a good movie. So if you're listening to this and you just like listening to podcasts and not seeing it, I think this might, be a little encouragement to give it a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely watch.
Unless you're
Exorcist III. Yeah.
Then
and don't play on your Switch while you're watching this movie, or
unless you're also watching Exorcist III on your Switch and you're double screening it.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. That's what you can watch the original cut that has the scenes that look different.
Fill in the gaps.
So like when you watch those on your Switch and you watch the movie on your TV.
Yep.
So
you can switch between movies.
Yes. Yes. All right. Well, now it is time for a segment that we like to call The Real Monster.
Okay. Can I start? Because I have to get this out. It's George C. Scott yelling, "We're fine!" at the nurse.
Yep.
That was your best imitation yet. That was good.
Thank you. I'm actually proud of that. She is just working. She's probably been on like a 12-hour shift. She has no context. All she's doing is being like, "Hey, you guys okay? We're fine." Like, it's like,
is she the one that comes in with the, no. That's the, there was a lady that comes in with the drug cart.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Is this room 409?" And they're like, "No, it's 411.
Yeah, she came in with the drug cart. And then this nurse came in with the drug cartel. So just like a bunch of like criminals with her.
Well, that lady, there was a deleted scene in the original cut where then he goes and he's like, "Oh, just a bunch of drugs on a cart that like anybody could take." Because we found out that this killer is injecting these people with this drug. And so that kind of plays into that. But the lady you're referencing who comes in and says, "Are you guys okay?" And he yells,
just the sweetest.
She plays the mom in Boys in the Hood.
Do you know I've never seen Boys in the Hood?
Danny.
All right. It's funny. I added that to my queue on a streaming service recently. I'm going to take this as a sign to watch it.
Wait. It's that easy, Danny? And you haven't watched Detroit Rock City yet?
There's a key point you're missing here, Casey. Danny does not want to watch Detroit Rock City.
I don't care. There's a key point that he's missing, and that's that I don't care.
Have I earned any brownie points for watching all of the Terrifier movies?
I mean, yeah.
I didn't ask you to do that. I never asked you to do that. Those were all your idea. And
that's fair.
We have been like asking you to watch Detroit Rock City.
I want that experience to be. I'm like a
I know,
virgin
you want it to be genuine.
Ready to have sex. I want it to be perfect.
Just like Jam in the confessional booth. But see, you could be Jam in the confessional booth, but you don't.
Yeah. It wasn't a perfect scenario, but it was the moment it seized him and he just went for it.
Maybe I watch it in a confessional on a Switch. Oh.
Danny, you would like Boys in the Hood a lot more than you would like Detroit Rock City. I'm just going to say.
Okay.
But okay. Back to your real monster.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And then I just have one more. And it's it's the, like when you watch a chase scene in a movie and we know stunt people are there for a reason. There's a suspension of disbelief, even if you notice that Arnold is not quite Arnold in that shot, But there's an art to it. And this movie, I think, struggled. There's the famous scene when they're in the cop car. It's not famous. There's the scene when they're in the cop car and Kinderman is in the passenger seat and they're like cutting around, but the camera never cuts. It's just a shot of this car and it's driving toward us. And I'm like, no, cut, because it's so not George C. Scott. It's like just an old man sitting there. He's also not acting. He's just sitting there, not
We know it's not him because he's not yelling.
Yeah.
Well, that's so funny that you say that, because during that scene, I was also thinking about stunt people, but I wasn't looking at him. I was looking at the driver.
Oh, that's funny.
For some reason. And like,
and that was George C. Scott. That's why he switched it.
But like, that doesn't change. And I was thinking, oh, that makes sense. They probably just hired a stunt guy to play that role because he's just
that's funny.
Just a side character.
They were really betting on people noticing that. They're like, maybe they won't.
Yeah, I didn't even look at George C. Scott's character. That's funny.
I rarely think about stunt people at all in movies, to be honest. But I was thinking about stunt people when it was showing Father Karras falling down the stairs in this movie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, somebody really flung themselves down that stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody really did that.
They're bringing stunts to the Oscars finally soon.
Oh, that's
it's
awesome.
It's crazy that's not in. Wow. Well, better late than never.
Like so many, movies wouldn't be around without, like, they use stunt people for everything.
Like arguably one of maybe the most deserving of like positions
and they die
to get awards
man.
for. Yeah, it's like crazy.
Casey, who's your real monster?
So I also have Kinderman for, his name is Kinderman, could be pronounced Kinderman. You should be a little bit kinder man, because when he yells, "We're fine," just all of the yelling that didn't need to happen.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Well, there is that scene when Kinderman is in the office with the director of the hospital who's yelling at him, and he's trying to tell him about the killer, and then he breaks down and he's like, he starts to cry and he's like, "I'm sorry." When he yells at the nurse, and I'm not saying he should have yelled at the nurse.
Sure, I think you are.
Where is this going?
But he's also like really worried about his friend, and he's super on edge with the killer and this and that. And so it's not okay. It's not okay. I agree with you. It's not okay. He should be kinder, man.
What if he was screaming and then the second she walked in, he's like, "Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it." No, my God. He turns back.
No, I just that pop when you said be kinder, it popped in my head when he breaks down later in the thing.
No, of course, because that part did frustrate me too with the other guy, because I'm like, he's trying to solve a murder that's happened in your hospital and you would like him to leave?
Yeah.
Anyway.
And he says, like, he goes on this whole thing about like, this isn't a thing. Like, you can't just like lock us down like this and that. And
absolutely
and then 5 minutes later, they go into the rooms that have like double doors and security codes and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Because you don't lock patients down every day.
My real monster is also Kinderman.
Maybe you should think about what he's going through, Zach.
Well, I mean, mine's a little, he's the real monster for saying mongoloid babies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He did say
for
that.
saying that we have like all these bad things in the world, and he says mongoloid babies. And I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Be a little kinder, man.
Stop while you're ahead. You had us in the first inning. You lost us.
That's our takeaway from this. Thank you, Casey. Be a little kinder, man.
Be a little kinder, man.
Yeah. All right. Now it's time for our final segment. Would you survive?
Zach, I know your middle name is Katerina. So.
Oh, I would survive.
Yeah.
They don't want the D.
Would all survive.
My name Katerina.
Zach wouldn't survive because Zachary Katerina Winsick. They'd be all over that.
Why? Like, It's so weird. We were just watching fucking Daniel Tiger this morning.
I don't know what that is.
It's Daniel Tiger.
You don't know what Daniel Tiger is? Oh my God. It's a show for toddlers based on
I was wondering. I was like, is this
Mr.
like
Rogers'
a kid
Neighborhood
show? Okay.
But one of the characters is Katerina, and she was on
It
the
was
TV
literally
this
the first name with a K that popped into my head, which is really funny because what the fuck kind of name is Katerina? I don't know.
Casey might be a threat, but only if it was the Hannibal Lecter version of the Gemini Killer, because he would he would just hear the K sound and go, she's a victim.
Yeah. And Daniel Kinderman.
It's
Kinderman?
that damn K at the start of Kinderman.
Yeah.
Kernard.
I think we have a lot
Zachary
of K's in my
Kernard.
name. They're all silent.
We'd all survive.
We're fine. Oh, wait, what happens if you have a K at the end of your name?
I don't think it matters, Danny.
Shoot.
Makes you think.
All right, you guys, that's it. That's Exorcist 3. That is our first movie in our Devils and Dicks triple feature.
Hell yeah.
That was so good. I mean,
Yeah.
We've said it enough times, but that's
the best.
That's a really good movie.
It is.
I was going to say, because the second movie we have coming up is also a great example of like the quintessential Devils and Dicks. But
Yeah,
this is
so
a
what
good one. This is a classic.
So what is our next movie coming up in Devils and Dicks? Casey?
7. Oh, 7?
6.
7.
7?
6, 7. Isn't that like a thing?
No.
I was going to count down. I thought we were counting down to the title 7, and you were going to say 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7.
That's exciting. 7
Isn't
is
it?
a great,
I'm very
great
excited.
fucking movie. Is it our first David Fincher movie?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, because we didn't do like Alien 3 or anything.
No.
It's our second Andrew Kevin Walker. He wrote the screenplay, who also wrote Sleepy Hollow.
Okay.
I had the distinct pleasure of meeting Andrew Kevin Walker a couple months ago, and he was a real mensch.
That's awesome.
I felt like I was giddy. I was so nervous to talk to him, first of all, and then someone who I had met was like so the opposite of me and was like, "Come here, Danny," and literally put her arm around me. Was like, "Excuse me, hi, how's it going?" He's a really big fan, and I was like, "Oh wow, that worked. Maybe I should just do that." And
well, he's got a new movie coming out this year, right? Like he wrote it, Psycho Killer.
Mm-hmm.
That looks pretty fucking good. I'm excited for that one.
Very excited.
But yeah, no, super excited to watch 7. That's our next movie in Devils and Dicks. Let us know what you think of The Exorcist 3. Comment on this episode on Spotify. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. You can comment on YouTube. Let us know what you think of The Exorcist 3. And make sure to follow our social media channels too. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, at How I Met Your Monster. Where can our listeners find you two on social media if they would like to follow along with your social media?
Godsmack music videos. You can find me on you can find me on Instagram at WolfMotherCasey.
Awesome. Danny?
I'm on Blue Sky, but I don't really use it. So I'm just going to say you can find me on Letterboxd and on Instagram at my name, Danny Salem. It's DANNYSALEMME. That's 2 M's like the candy, melt in your butt, not in your hands.
Awesome. Wonderful. You can find me on social media at Zach Winsick. I wonder if Boromir?
Boromir.
He puts M&M's up his
Scene Bean.
butt.
Boromir.
Yeah.
No, he likes Skittles.
Oh my God. I'm going to take this too far.
Skittles? There's no such thing as too far, Danny.
You know how they say when you die, you may
evacuate your bowels? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He did, but it was just a bunch of M&M's that came out.
It's like one of those candy machines, like put the quarters in and you turn the knob and they all like fall out.
Yeah, well, actually, if you go back and listen, they don't show it, obviously. But if you listen, you hear like a sound of like M&Ms clinking together, like falling out of one of those machines.
Or like
aren't they fighting
a
like
tube of mini M&Ms?
Isn't there like a
orcs?
Isn't there like a battle going on with like orcs, right?
Yeah.
They just all come over and they're just like, nom, 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 nom.
M&Ms are back on the menu, boys.
Oh my God. All right. Well, guys, that was a lot of fun. Exorcist 3, good movie. Make sure to join us for Devils and Dicks Part 2, 7.
if you get a chance, can you leave us a review on either Spotify or Apple Podcasts? Because it actually like helps like a lot. You can even just be like, hey, I love these guys. And that's it.
Or say what you really feel.
or say something nicer and more authentic. I'm always like, you don't have to really say anything if you want, you know.
You can just say these guys are the best thing ever. 5 stars.
Yeah. Please.
I'm begging you.
Touch my sword.
I was going to say pinch my tip.
Pinch my tip.
Pinch the tip of our reviews.
Pinch our review tip.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Please, just grab us by the review
if you leave a review on Apple, you'll be on the tip. You'll be the top one. You'll be the tip.
Oh yeah,
tippy top.
Tip.
Maybe
just
we'll
like
pinch
Then we'll
Boromir's
grab your tip. If you want. Only if you want.
Consensually.
The offer's on the table. Oh, man.
Right. We'll see you next time for 7. And until then, thank you all for listening. Now go meet some monsters.